What's going on, y'all? This your boy PETRYPERFECT, and I am back for another movie review. Today, we are breaking down, for me, one of the more highly anticipated films of the year, Medea's Destination Wedding. Now, for those who might not know, I was excited for this movie. I did a reaction to the trailer because I recently got married with a destination wedding, so I was excited to see Medea going out the country and having all this fun and can't leave because she's wanted and all this stuff. How is Medea gonna leave and she's basically a criminal? So how is she gonna get her passport? So I was really excited to see this movie because of my personal reactions. So I was hyped about it. I finally saw it. I was excited to see it, but we have to talk about this movie. Before we go any further, though, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube page, like this video, comment in the section below. Did you see the movie? Was you excited about this movie? What did you think about this movie? Leave it in the comments below. Remember, this is going to be non-spoilery, so please don't leave any spoilers in the comment section below. Let's talk about it, but let's not ruin it for anybody else. Let's get it. Medea's Destination Wedding is, I want to say, Tyler Perry's. I think he said his 30th movie in his universe in the TPU. Uh, this movie definitely released on Friday, July 11th. It's come out. It's number one on Netflix as usual. All the Tyler Perry projects go number one, but we'll talk about that a little later. But this is one of the more highly anticipated movies because Medea is back. She's going out of the country. We're excited to see how this movie goes, but we're going to talk about the good things about this movie. Starting off with some of the good things about this movie, it's always good to see Medea on screen. For a lot of us, especially in the Black community, Medea has been a staple of our community. That may sound weird, but if you were around in the early days of Medea and you would come home from church, I don't know if you all did this in your family, but we would come home from church, sit around the TV, and watch those old plays. Medea's Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Medea's Family Reunion, some of these classic plays. Even till today, I'll still go back and watch some of those plays because it's just the feeling that those plays brought and the way that it was able to bring your families together. We're always going to cheer for Medea. Medea is one of our is our favorite grandmother in the Black community. We all love Medea, always will be. So to see her on the big screen again is always a pleasure to see. I was never a fan of Tyler Perry saying he was going to kill off Medea or stop doing Medea because that didn't make a lot of sense to me because this is your moneymaker. And I also get you want to do other projects and you want your identity to be with something else, but Medea means too much to people for you to throw her away. And I think he understood that because since she was supposed to be killed off or retired, she has done, I think, at least four or five, but y'all know what I mean. He has done four or five more movies, I believe, with this Medea character. Medea needs to go as long as people get tired of her, but I do think there will come a time where people will get tired of her. Another great thing I loved about this movie is the chemistry between Medea, Joe, Bam, Cora. That core group of characters right there is the highlight of every project that they're in, whether it's witness protection, whether it's Boo. Those characters will always make you laugh. And Mr. Brown, I'm sorry, how can I forget Mr. Brown as well? These characters will always make us laugh no matter what. We all love to see Mr. Brown. We talk about Medea and we talk about how Medea brings the families together, but it wasn't just Medea. It was Brown. It was Cora. It was Bam. And then recently, of course, as you know, the last 10 years or so, it was Uncle Joe as well. So to see these characters having a good time, coming together, Tyler Perry playing multiple characters, Tamala Man always doing what she's doing. She plays such a the optimistic faithful character, and we love that. It adds a little dynamic because while they're being ghetto and all this other stuff and loud, she's always the voice of reason, or try to be the voice of reason, until Medea, she's gonna have to give us that one big speech eventually. But Cora is always there just to kind of be a little different. Bam is always wanting the younger men. Joe always, trying to be the pimp. It's just funny. This movie wasn't any different. Having Joe going to the casino, having fun there. Brown at the club was hilarious. I wish we would have had a little bit more time with that, but I can't wait till you all see it. But it was one of the ones that literally made me scream out loud laughing because Mr. Brown is so funny. Kind of similar to um, the play. Oh my God, what was it called? Medea. I think it was the farewell tour. I think it was actually Medea's farewell tour, where Mr. Brown got high from eating the candy in in Medea's bag. So it's always good to see Mr. Brown stepping out of his church comfort to supply us a little comedy. But of course, those characters, their chemistry on screen is amazing. Now we'll talk about the other characters here in a little bit, but those particularly was amazing. And also which correlates with my last point, is it was a lot of funny moments in this movie. I did find myself chuckling. I did find myself, now besides a few, maybe a part here and a part there, where I literally just bust out laughing. There was a lot of parts in this movie where I was really laughing, and it made me smile, made me laugh, or whatever the case can be. Of course, what you're dealing with Medea is always going to be a little funny, but that was one of the good things I did enjoy about this film. Now let's get to the bad. The bad on this movie, first and foremost, the writing was very, 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 very bad. And I'm going to put these 2 points together. The writing was bad and the project felt rushed. I understand, guys. I understand when it comes to this movie. I break them off into different categories. I love to meet movies where they are. Whether it's Fast and the Furious or whether it's Jurassic World, I understand what I'm going to see. I'm not comparing that to movies like Get Out or Parasite. Movies that's Oscar nominated movies. I understand if I'm going to see a certain movie, I understand what I'm going to see. Now, with that being said, I want to break off in these Medea movies into two different movies. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm gonna call it Medea good quality and Medea okay. Medea's just Medea comedy. We're gonna take Medea real, Medea comedy. I guess that's the way we're gonna do it. Medea real, those are your classic Medea movies, like A Family That, not what Medea wasn't in A Family That Prays, but A Diary of a Mad Black Woman. You have Family Reunion. All these movies, Meet the Bride, all those movies like that with Tyler Perry's. Those early Tyler Perry movies where they were actual good movies, good quality movies. Those are the Medea real movies, the Tyler Perry real movies. And then you have your Tyler Perry Medea comedy movies, like Witness Protection, like like Boo 2, like Destination Wedding, like Medea's funeral, death, the funeral, whatever the movie was called. Those movies don't really have a strong story, but they do have some sense of a story. They do. The comedy, the writing was a lot better in those movies than even in this movie as well. To me, this movie felt like it would have been probably better as a play. There were certain things in this that was, of course, I get it because it's funny, but it shouldn't be in movies. Like I don't want to see my characters break character in a movie. That's stuff that they do in plays. Now in plays, it's whatever. It all is no rules. You do what you want to do. And I look back at the play. I think it was I forgot which play it was, but you all will remember this, where Medea grabbed the foil pan, and the lady was like, "It's hot, Medea, it's hot," and she's like, "Girl, this ain't hot." This is just props. Like stuff like that. We love that kind of stuff in the plays, but I did not enjoy that in the movies. And it didn't get to be that ridiculous, but just the breaking characters, the way that it was filmed. Some shots were far away. Sometimes you were left looking at characters on screen too long. They're not saying anything. They're kind of just looking at each other instead of flipping to the next scene. Um, try, crying, but and trying to make tears fall, and it wasn't falling, and it just was a lot that was going on that just didn't feel like a movie. Just felt like a glorified play. That's just my opinion. We talked about the other characters, such as Cora and Bam and, and Mr. Brown and Medea, but a lot of the other characters just really wasn't getting it for me. Like, you know, Tyler Perry's character as I think her name, that's Tiffany's dad in the movie. It was I just never like his character. Just this corny dad kind of character, and I get it. You know, he's a lawyer and all the other stuff, but it just his character just never sits well with me. I don't like it. Very judgmental. In this movie, it definitely shows that, which I'm about to get into something with that in a little bit. But then you had I'm sorry, I don't know the characters' names, but you had the character too that was playing the one playing the groom in this. You know, when you first meet this character, he's very rude, very judgmental. Not judgmental, excuse me. He's very rude. He's just very like a young person, you know, just they feeling themselves, do they want to do, ain't got an answer to the old folks or nothing like that. You know, he gonna try to check them before they check him, you know, kind of stuff like that. Just wasn't getting it from me, especially where the story went at the end. You had the Tiffany character, who was the same daughter that Tyler Perry had in Boo 1 and 2. So for those who don't know, this is a continuation of that TPU, that Tyler Perry universe. Um, it's a continuation from that. Um, she didn't have a whole lot of scenes, so we couldn't really get into her character. Then you had her mother. Just all these other side characters to me just wasn't doing it enough, or they probably didn't have the proper amount of screen time due to the fact that it was so heavily centered on Medea, Tyler Perry, Joe, and all of them characters. We didn't really get to spend a lot of time with the couple that was actually getting married. So maybe it was a screen time thing, maybe it was a writing issue, maybe it was an acting issue. I can't pinpoint exactly where it is, but I do think it was some kind of a mixture of all three issues. When it comes to the story and the writing of the story, I was very disappointed, especially at the end of this movie. And you know, one thing about Tyler Perry, and we're getting ready to talk about the formula, but one thing about Tyler Perry is he'll have a moment in every project that he does. He'll have a moment where everybody's going to come together, everybody's going to be sitting around. Everybody always has to be around when all the drama comes out. So everybody's going to be together, and then you did this, and then why you said this, and how you could do this, and why would you treat her this way, and I can't believe you would do me like this. And then everybody splits up, and then everybody comes back together for the resolution. It is the same old Tyler Perry formula that he always does that works in this movie. And now Tyler Perry has also learned how to master the system. What do you mean by that, Rel? Well, let me explain a little bit further. Tyler Perry has understood but Tyler Perry understands how to get the black audience to get to his shows. We don't care anything about the quality as long as it's some drama. If you want, if you he understands that. What is the number one movie? One of the biggest movies on Netflix, Straw. Y'all think white people going to see Straw like that? I'm not saying white people don't watch Straw, but people love to see that trauma filled storytelling that he produces. I'm not mad at Tyler. I don't lose any respect for Tyler Perry, but I just understand the formula. I'm not saying he has never made anything that celebrated black excellence or anything like that. But come on, y'all. We already know if it's a Medea movie, especially, it's gonna be some drama, acrimony, straw, um, um daddy's little girls, four color girls, wherever it is. He's mastered the formula to get people to come out and see these movies. So yes, when he's at the BET Awards and he's saying that this movie, y'all did this with this movie, and I know y'all gonna bring this one to number one, he understands already how to get where he needs to go. It doesn't matter if these projects are rushed. It doesn't matter if y'all talk about the wigs and you can see the microphone coming from the top of the wig. It doesn't matter if you can tell it was filmed in 2 weeks. As long as somebody cheating on somebody and been doing somebody wrong and da-da-da, and we're gonna throw in a little gospel message in there so it can make it all make sense and everything comes together at the end. Tyler Perry has mastered the black audience. He knows what is liked. He knows how to get your attention, and he's going to keep doing it no matter the quality, whether it's the hundreds of shows he got airing at the same time, whether it's House of Pain, All the Queen's Men, Beauty in Black, Sisters, Divorced Sisters, Zatima, all this. BET Plus don't have anybody else except Tyler Perry, which makes me wonder. I wonder why he didn't release Destination Wedding on BET Plus and why he chose to go to Netflix to release his special when he has a relationship and a partnership with BET Plus. It really makes you wonder, if you're going to go after the black audience and attract the black audience like you do, why not put it on the black audience platform? To me, it just makes a lot of sense, especially when that's where all your other projects are. If everything else was on Netflix, then I would understand that. But all in all, getting a little way, Medea's Destination Wedding, it was a bittersweet moment for someone that was really excited to see this movie. I left really disappointed in the quality of the content that I received. For that, I did give Medea's Destination Wedding a strong, strong, strong 5 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you like it? Do you agree with my rankings? If you don't, let me know why. Some people say it was a 10 out of 10. I want to know why, because I surely did not see it. It had its moments, but all in all, I'm definitely going to give it a 5 out of 10. If I watch it again, it might can go to a 6 out of 10. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.